What's up? Back with another video, and I just got done watching Man of Steel, and while watching it, there was a scene in the movie that stood out to me, and I had to come to you guys and just let you guys know the symbolism and the message behind this specific scene in the movie. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip for you guys real quick, and then I'm gonna come in with the breakdown of Zed clip. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here's the clip. Alright guys, so that was the clip, and we're jumping straight into this breakdown. So this is the first scene from the clip, and in this clip it is a little bit longer, but he's actually struggling up until this point. Up until this point in the movie, he's been struggling, and even in the scene he's being held down by energy. That's pretty much what it is. Energy from a ship to terraform the planet, change the planet. But let's focus on the energy, and let's focus on Superman. And in this instance, we can see that there is energy that's holding him down. He must fight. He must not only struggle, but he has to have courage in himself. He has to believe in himself so he can have the strength in himself to fight back against the energy, against the urge. Because that's what this video is about. The sexual energy, controlling your sexual energy. That's a big thing. That's a very strong energy. And he's being held down by an energy here. So let's just say that's what he's being held down by. And we can see from the clip that is a very powerful energy. And that is going to take a lot of strength to overcome this. But it is possible as long as you keep the will to fight. As long as you fight, as long as you have patience, it is possible. Let's continue on with the breakdown. All right, so let's jump back into it. Now that he has faced the energy, now that he has faced that urge, and in this scene, he's fighting against the energy, but on the other side of this, those energies, one of them in particular, the sexual energy, as there are other energies, but this video is just focusing on that. He was face to face with that energy. It was very powerful. It was holding him down, but he stayed persistent. Not only was he fighting, he believed in himself and never stopped. So now that he was able to pick himself up, now look at it. Now he started to fly, and let him starting to fly after the struggle be symbolism for whatever struggle you may be going through, whether that's with lust, whether that's with anything. Let that be symbolism that you can start to fly, and you will start to fly figuratively after you overcome a struggle, after you overcome a down point in your life, after you overcome something that's detrimental, something that will knock most people down and they can't get back up. You will recover after you fight. You just have to keep going, and you have to keep believing in yourself. As we can see, that man looked like he was on his last leg. As far as I was concerned, he was about to relapse. As far as I was concerned, the seed was gone, nowhere to be found. But lo and behold, he starts flying. He starts flying. So let that be a message to whoever's watching this. You will start to fly. You will start to become more successful in whatever venture. You will start to become that guy. You're not that guy, pal. No. You will become that guy. And block out the noise. And you just have to keep blocking out those urges of that energy, and you will see the benefits. Let's continue with the breakdown. Now, can we just look at this? This man is yelling. He is screaming, okay? And this is how it will feel when it comes to battling urges. And not only battling urges, because that's the separate part, but on the flip side of that, the positive end of that, you will become energized. You will start to have so much energy within you that it will seem like a scream. It will seem like a shout. It will seem like superhero energy. It will just be like that naturally because of the energy you're cultivating, because of the power that is within you. You will have this aura. Like look around Superman right now. Look around him. Look at all that energy that's causing all that light. That's causing him to feel this way after overcoming the energy holding him down. After him prospering as he is doing in this clip, he's starting to have all that energy. He has to release it somehow. So instead of relapsing, instead of staying on the ground, now he's screaming. All that energy is coming out in this scene. And as I'm watching this, I'm also thinking about this now. Look at the background. Look at the symbolism. The symbolism is off the chain. The symbolism is crazy. The symbolism is out of this world, literally, because look at the light in the background. We can see when he's struggling. We can see when he has feet on the ground, the urges are beating him down, literally. The ground that he is on is now dark. The ground that he is on is struggling as well. But as he starts to rise, as he starts to ascend, and he's reaching this apex of whatever journey, and he's reaching these different goals, and not only that, successfully overcoming this urge of all this energy, light starts to surround him. Light is around him now. And it's the light. It is the energy from that light that is giving him the ability to be able to battle at back as strong as he is. So what does this mean? We retain, we battle urges, and we improve ourselves just because we want to be able to scream, and just so we can say we fought back, so we can battle back. No. Look at the scene. Look at the symbolism. Look at it. It's not because of the struggles of others and just yourself. No. You're doing this because it gives you energy. It is your life force. It is your seed. Once again, it is your life force. It is your seed. As he is overcoming his urges, as he is cultivating this energy within him, he becomes surrounded by light. And let that light, for whatever, it could symbolize anything. That light could be maybe awakening when it comes to knowledge. Maybe you're improving in your job. Maybe you're improving in your mental. Maybe you're improving in your whatever skill you're learning. But you will become improved as he is improving here, being surrounded by the light, now that he was able to overcome that energy. Very powerful, this scene. Very powerful. Let's continue with the breakdown. Now I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This scene is its peak. It's top tier. What happens? What is this scene showing? What is the message that this scene is saying? What is it conveying? Bars. Didn't even try to rhyme. But look, we can see once he battles the energy, once he is overcoming these urges, and he's returning to the source of the energy, literally in this scene. He's literally returning to the source of the energy. Tell me if I'm lying. The proof is right in your face. He's returning to the source of this energy. Once you are able to cultivate, once you are able to nurture, once you are able to take care of this energy, you will be able to return to the source. Let this scene be the teacher. Let this scene do the talking. And once he meets the source, literally look what's happening. Look what's happening. It's a reaction. And it's going to be a positive reaction for anytime you return to the source. It will be a positive reaction because you're cultivating this energy. You're saving the energy. You're allowing the energy to manifest. You're allowing the energy to charge within you. And once that happens, there will be a reaction of some sort. Now, it may not be on this scale. It's probably not going to be some spaceship explosion, but maybe it is a spaceship explosion. Figuratively, maybe it is a spaceship explosion. Maybe that's how it feels for when you're able to have that energy within you. And not only have the energy, but you have control over that energy. So the energy isn't controlling you. You are controlling the energy. Now you're not looking at women and just talking to any woman because you can't control yourself. Now you're being strategic about how you approach this woman. Now you know, hey, not only have I been cultivating the seed, I've been working on myself. I'm good. I can bring myself to whoever woman it is and respectfully do it. If she says yes, hooray. If she says no, parade. If you get what I'm saying, it's still a celebration regardless, because you have this reaction because you held on to the energy long enough to return to the source. Let the scene do the talking. Let's continue with the breakdown. This is the last clip. And finally, this is the last part of this video and the clip. We can see what happens, what is the result of the reaction due to the action of subtraction, which is subtracting the urge. So what is the reaction to the action? It's an explosion. Now, this explosion could mean a lot of things. Take it as you will, but this explosion is the symbolism for the awakening of whatever skill, whatever knowledge, whatever you're seeking is what you will find if you have the power, the will to retain, nurture, and overcome these urges, allowing yourself to be in control of these energies. This is how you do it. This movie is called Man of Steel, but I believe it is better suited in terms of spirituality and called Man of Will. Man of Steel, more like Man of Will, if you ask me. That's the video. Peace.